Hey guys, what's going on? Jamie here. Just wanted to do a quick update with our progress here with the animal farm so far with Pig Pen, Piggy Bank, and the Drip Garden. Of course, I'll talk a little bit about Drip. Can't really talk about the animal farm without mentioning Drip a little bit because the price of Drip does affect some of these different protocols here on the farm. So we'll touch a little bit upon that. Of course, it goes without saying that I am not a financial advisor. Never take anything I say as financial advice. If you seek financial advice, you need to talk to a licensed professional. Everything in crypto has risk, guys. So if you're not okay with that, don't even get into anything because, again, there's nothing guaranteed out here. And if you're going to get into something, only put in risk capital. So that being said, let's go ahead and jump into it. Of course, let's talk a little bit about Drip first. You can see here the price of Drip right now at $7. Just a couple of minutes ago, it dipped under $7. It was like $6.90 something cents. I'm kind of watching the price pretty closely myself. If it hits the sweet spot of what I'm thinking in my head, I'm going to probably make another buy. So we'll see what happens here. But again, if you are bullish on this project, if you believe in Forex and what he's going to be doing for the ecosystem, then it should be a no-brainer to buy at this price. Of course, we don't know what's going to happen in the future, but we always tell people, look, buy the dip, right? Buy the dip. The goal is to buy low and sell high. Unfortunately, a lot of people, they do the opposite. When a coin or token starts running up and there's a lot of FOMO, that's when they buy, right? And then what happens is when something happens and there's a price correction, that's when they sell, right? And that's why they never get ahead, because they're actually doing the opposite of what they should be doing, right? What wealthy people do, which is buying low and selling high. Now, of course, I'm not saying that you shouldn't sell at these prices if you're locking in profits. You should be locking in profits whether the token is going up or whether it's going down. But you got to do it the smart way, right? You don't want to make huge sells and just tank the price. I mean, that's, you're just kind of hurting your own bags if you do that. But anyway, we'll talk about that on another video. All I wanted to say here was, might be a good opportunity at this price. Again, I'm looking at it myself, looking for a nice sweet spot for me to, pick up some more drip, actually buy some drip with some BNB. And I'm at a point, I'll be honest with you, and this may sound crazy and this may sound weird. I hope you guys don't take it the wrong way, but I'm in a position where I don't really need to buy any more drip. I got 4 or 5 accounts. I got different wallets with drip sitting in them. It's, I don't really need to buy drip, right? I have a ton of drip locked in the faucet. But I, I'm not going to shy away from an opportunity, right? I always like a good sale and opportunity, when there's an opportunity to buy something low that I'm personally bullish on. Now, you may not be bullish on it, and that's fine. I totally get it. We have different opinions. That's all cool, right? But, for me to buy something that's on sale that I believe can be a $15 or $20 token, right? Not overnight, not tomorrow, right? Not next week, not next month, but over a little bit of time, especially when a lot of these different these projects are launched that they're talking about. I think this can be, a $20 token, right? And I know some of you guys are gonna say, "Oh no, that's too low. It's a $50 token. It's a $100 token. It's a 500. It's $1,000." Great. Okay. Do I hope it does that? Absolutely. If it does that, it's game over, right? But even at $20, number one, if I get it at this price or the price I'm looking for, that's 3x. Never mind putting it into the faucet and getting another 3.65x, right? Anyway, I could talk about this stuff all day. I get really excited about the drip and the faucet, obviously, but this is where we're at right here. So let's talk a little bit about the animal farm. Okay, let's talk about the pig pen. Right now, Pigpen has $15.5 million locked. Again, this is the long-term play, guys. Okay, it's not super duper aggressive. You're certainly not getting 1% a day. It's the long play. You're getting paid a little bit over a long period of time. Now, Forex has mentioned that he's building a contract that's going to be built on top of the Pigpen, where from my understanding, and I could be wrong, again, I don't have all the information, right? I don't know everything. Some of you guys may know more than me, and that's great. Post it under the comments so you can help me, okay? But I believe he's building a contract on top of the pig pen, which will enable you to take your staked pigs and play them, in that game. Okay. Again, I don't have all the information on that. That'll be pretty cool, right? When that happens, great. We'll talk about it. We'll show you how it works. But until that happens, right now we're just trucking along here. Typically, I'll get BUSD. I get a couple of pigs here, and then I'll compound, which will enable me to claim my BUSD and throw these pigs back into the pig pen, right? So let's go ahead and do that. Let's collect this BUSD. But yeah, this is the long play, right? This is if you believe in this project and you believe it's going to be here for a while, this is where you can take your pigs and throw it in here. It's a single staking pool, obviously. And again, it'll be. I'm super excited to see what that game is going to look like. Next is the Piggy Bank. Right now, this one here, you can take your LP tokens, right? You can create an LP token, a Pigs BUSD LP token. And again, I know some of you guys know all this stuff already, but I'm kind of addressing people who maybe are seeing this for the first time. Maybe they're new to DeFi, maybe they're new to the Drip Network, maybe they're new to my channel, and maybe they don't really understand how big this project is. Maybe they're looking to get in. I don't know, right? I want to address those people a lot more. It's not so much addressing the people that are already in and know everything, which is great. We love those people because those people, they're the backbone of the ecosystem. But we want new people. We want to attract new people, new funds, new money, new eyeballs, right? New members, et cetera, et cetera. So here you would essentially take your Pigs BUSD LP tokens and stake them. These are time lock stakes. Very much like a CD, certificate of deposit type of deal, like Hex, Wise, Axion. Some of you guys may be familiar with some of those projects that were out, a couple of years ago, but very similar to that. So here you would just take your Pigs BUSD LP tokens and create stakes and time lock them for a period of time. Okay, now you can create ladder stakes. Now you can have couple of big stakes. You can have a bunch of smaller stakes that's laddered out so that when they mature, you can have passive income coming in. Everyone has a different strategy, right? You can see these are some of the stakes, that I actually have to compound these stakes in a minute here. But yeah, these stakes are paying, right? I have two that are already done as far as the time lock. I got one that's maturing in 5 days, one that's maturing in about a month, give or take. And then I may create new stakes, right? You can also airdrop stakes to your team, which that's something that I haven't really done. I've been airdropping a ton of drip. Like I looked at my stats and how much drip I've airdropped to my team, and I was like, man, what am I doing here? It's crazy, right? It's crazy the amount of airdrops that we've given out, which I happily do that because obviously, if you use my buddy address, you're supporting me, you're supporting the channel. Obviously I appreciate a ton. I respect that. So I don't mind doing the airdrops, right? But all of that to say that I'm going to start airdropping here on the Piggy Bank, right? Now it's a different mechanism. Obviously, we can only airdrop one at a time, I believe. But I'll figure it out. Okay. That being said, again, if you like the time lock stakes and creating these ladder stakes, again, you might want to do a stake that matures, one stake a month that'll mature, one stake every other week, one stake a week. So, it's different. Everyone has a different type of strategy, but you can get these Pigs BUSD, by the way, these Pigs BUSD LP tokens. Obviously, if you know what you're doing, you can create them on your own, or you can just simply go to the swap. Go to swap, you put your BUSD, right? You have to match it with the pigs, obviously. You enter, and then boom, it does it for you. Super simple, right? So that's a swap here, okay? Here's the farms, right? Obviously this hasn't launched yet. Okay, there's a launch probably in a couple of weeks, okay? From, again, some people say 2 weeks. Whenever they say 2 weeks, I always double the time. Because again, this is DeFi, this is crypto, things come up, code needs to get rechecked. If they test it, it doesn't run properly, that's fine, okay? Do I wish it was launched now? Yes. I mean, people always leave comments like, man, I wish this was launched. I wish it, yeah, me too, but it's not. So what am I gonna do, right? I'm gonna make money with the faucet. I'm gonna make money with the garden. I'm gonna make money with the piggy bank. and make money other ways until it's launched, and then we can rock and roll with it, right? Because we were making a ton of money with this when it was live before they paused it, right? Here's a single token staking pools. So again, if you have BNB in your wallet, you can put it in here. You can earn an APY or an APR rather, and you can earn dogs, right? Again, I'll talk about dogs in another video. The reason why is I'm going to focus on drip and pigs right now, because why? Because the dogs isn't it's not live, so why talk about it, right? Drip Garden. Here is where you can take drip BUSD LP tokens and throw it in the garden. Essentially, this is like a miner, okay, where you can earn up to 3% a day if you're compounding, right, or planting seeds. Obviously, you can withdraw whenever you want. You can also do that as well, okay? But most people are hyper compounding using the drip garden. By the way, if you're wondering where do I get drip BUSD, you can simply go to the drip liberation, and it'll create the token it'll create the LP token for you, okay? Once you do that, you can go over here and send it into the miner, into the garden, right? So you'll type in here how many LP tokens you have or want to put in, enter the amount, and you can just watch, your passive income right here, okay? Then you come in here once a day or whatever it is, and you go and you compound, right? That's all I'm doing is I'm just going to compound this, right? And if I need to take money from it, I will. But if not, I'll just keep compounding it, right? Because why take it out now, right? When the price of drip is down, I'll wait till the price of drip come back up, then I'll take it out. In the meanwhile, while it's down, I could just compound, and just keep collecting, right? Keep growing my bag, keep growing my stack, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, that's what's going on. Obviously, if you want to check out the white paper, you click on documentation right here. But yeah, these are all different parts of the ecosystem. Now, here's my thing. Is there money to make in all these different parts of the animal farm and the ecosystem? Yes. If it's going over your head and you're like, man, this is confusing. I don't know how these miners work. I don't know how these time lock stakes work. I don't know how Piggy Bank or these LP tokens or impermanent loss. And I don't know any of that stuff. Well, come over here. Come over here to the faucet. Very simple. You get BNB, you swap it out for drip. I showed that in a video the other day. Check that out. And this is a set it and forget it. You take your drip, put it into the faucet, you start collecting 1% a day until you hit 365%. Totally hands off, right? You might want to come in every now and then and hydrate and compound. If you need to withdraw, go ahead. But this is a set it and forget it. You don't need to know about impermanent loss, yield farming, single token stakes, Piggy Bank, time lock stakes, hacks. You don't have to know any of that stuff, okay? This is very simple and very easy to use. That's why it's growing. There's over 100,000 members and growing every single day. So that being said, my opinion, and again, I'm not giving you financial advice, do whatever you want to do, but get you a position in the faucet, okay? Work that position, build that position, grow that position, and then venture off into the animal farm, right? If you want to do that, because this is the main hub, at least for me, it's the main hub. We have a couple different accounts. I'm probably gonna start another account, but for personal purposes. Like someone asked me in the comments, and you have a couple of accounts, but why do you open them? I'm thinking about opening them too. Again, you don't have to open them unless you're like, we're maxing out our account, or like this is one account. I'm maxing out actually 2 accounts at the same time, but this is one of them. We're gonna max this account pretty quick. There's another one that's about to get maxed out. These are net negative as well, right? So sometimes if I'm net negative, I'll create another account, or I'll create an account for a specific purpose, right? Like I'll open one up for my kids. Each of them can have one, and they just have that, and they can just go in there and teach them about crypto a little bit while they're young, and they can compound. When they get out of college, they might have, God willing, if this platform is rocking and rolling at that time, they'll have, a nice chunk that they can take from, right? My parents never did that for me, right? Because obviously crypto wasn't around, or they didn't know about it or anything like that. But man, how cool is that we could do stuff like that? Anyway, you guys don't want to hear about that. That's pretty much it. Just wanted to give you a quick rundown, update, progress, whatever you want to call it, see how I'm doing with the animal farm. If you want to check any of this stuff out, I will leave links down below. Again, do your own research, do your own due diligence. There is risk in everything you do, guys. You can't make big gains without the potential of, taking some losses, right? So again, if you got to be okay with risk and only put in risk capital. That's it, guys. Follow me on Telegram, subscribe to the channel. You know about all that stuff. And I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.